The price of our liberation was high, but there was no doubt that our founding fathers were prepared to pay for it. Some of them paid the price with their own lives, but what they got in exchange is far greater than they could ever have imagined. Borrowing from the young veterans of our liberation, my appeal to our young people is not to be afraid of paying the price. If you have a dream, pay the price and the dream will come to you. And if you have a challenge, pay the price and it will resolve itself. And in saying this, I am inspired by the words of Reverend Frederick Donaldson in a sermon he gave almost 100 years ago. In this sermon, he dreaded an emerging culture of not paying the price. A culture characterized by wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, commerce without morality, science without humanity, worship without sacrifice, and politics without principle. If indeed our founding fathers were young people when they created Kenya, our young people can found a new Kenya in our lifetime. They have what it takes to create a new wave of heroism if they get into the arena prepared to pay the price of dreaming. On my part as your president, I will continue to accord our youth every opportunity to serve in public service. Indeed, the last crop of chief administrative secretaries that I appointed, the vast majority of appointees were in their 20s and 30s. A continuation of my promise to the youth that my government will empower them and give them a greater voice. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to commend all the young people that are serving their nation both at national and county level. Our national response to the coronavirus pandemic was fortified by their immense contributions. I also want to thank our valiant, critical, and essential service providers for keeping Kenya going through this difficult time. I also thank our healthcare workers for their heroism, dedication, and selflessness in the midst of the greatest threat to public health in a century. I thank, too, our law enforcement officers, our military, who are keeping Kenyans safe and orderly. Fellow Kenyans, what then is our lesson from our independence heroes this Mashujaa Day? What our heroes taught us is that it is very easy to lose a country. And as your fourth president, I need to remind you that you will have a fifth, a sixth, and even a 10th president, but you have only one Kenya. This is all we have, and it is imperative that we all must protect it at any cost. So, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot conclude this address without honoring our COVID-19 heroes. In particular, I want to give special mention to our departed health workers, such as Dr. Doreen Lugliki of Nairobi South Hospital, Clifford Mburia of Kitengela Medical Center, Moses Ringera of the University of Nairobi Health Services, Marian Awor of Rachuonyo Hospital, amongst others. Their memory will forever be engraved on our hearts. These brave souls paid the ultimate price, and like our founding fathers, they teach us that heroes are ordinary people who are made extraordinary by unusual circumstances. Similarly, And given the fear-ridden circumstances our COVID-19 heroes found themselves in, they teach us that heroism is not the absence of fear, it is the conquest of fear. On this day, we are called on to embrace the challenges of our times with courage and fortitude, and to seize the constitutional moment to redefine our future and our shared prosperity. And in so doing, we will live to the call of our founding fathers when they secured our independence. I thank you. Mungu awabariki, Mungu alinde, Mungu alinde taifa letu la Kenya. Asanteni sana.